So, hi everyone, my name is Pradeep. So, today I am going to talk about a special topic. The topic is well known, it is one of the breaking news coming in these days. The topic name is the Women Reservation Bill 2026. So you might have heard and known about this because it is one of the top headlines coming today or maybe yesterday. And the Prime Minister Modi yesterday he addressed to the nation and also explained what exactly happened. And you might have known that. So today I am going to explain and give just brief about this information. What is the reservation bill? And what is the purpose behind it, and what are the reason for failure to amend or kind of pass in Lok Sabha, and what is the current status. So let me explain one by one. First is what is the bill, the Women Reservation Bill 2026. The Women Reservation Bill is also called as a Nari Shakti Bhavan Abhijan. It's a kind of initiative that taken by the central government of India. So the purpose is to reserve at least 33% seats for the women in Lok Sabha as a part of parliament. Second, in the state of legislative assemblies. It also includes reservation for all the SC and ST candidates. So let me give some background. What is the purpose behind it? Why this proposal came? Why this bill introduced in the Lok Sabha? So the idea is, historically the women have been underrepresented or underrepresented in politics. Especially I would say even today, the women mark up only 14 to 15% of the total seat in Lok Sabha, right? So that means to increase the seat count of the women as compared to the share of the populations in the India, it is less. So the main aims or the purpose behind it is to improve the equality, gender equality. Second, to ensure more kind of inclusion in decision making. Third, I would say encourage the greater participation in women in the governance meeting. So these are the main purposes. Then the second is the purpose is to increase the seat. As you know, India is one of the largest populated countries in globe. That means the population is huge now. It drastically changed compared to the 1990, right? So the major reason is to increase the strength or the member of the Lok Sabha. It is currently the strength is 543, but the government wants to increase it to 850. Okay, but due to certain reasons, it is not getting approved. And the reasons behind it, let me explain what are the reasons. First is delimitations. See, this proposal or the bill was introduced in 2023. That time, that was passed in both the parliament, in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It got passed, but due to some procedural delay, it did not implement, and it is still pending. Now, in place of the old act, there was a new amendment act, that is 131st Constitutional Amendment Act came into picture and introduced in April 2026, this month. But this bill was not passed or did not pass due to some reasons. The first is delimitations. What is delimitations? So delimitation in the sense, for example, in a family, earlier the total family member was 5. and the head of the family was maybe your grandparent. Now the family member got increased to 10 or 15. Now the grandparent can't manage or can't control over all the members. You need one more leader to take care of them. Similarly, the member who are represents to the state legislative or the Lok Sabha, they are mainly MP MLAs, right? So earlier the total strength was 543 as per the last census, which was held in 2011, that means 2011. So after that, the next census was supposed to happen 2021, but due to the COVID or pandemic scenario, it did not happen. And now the government wants to increase the seat, but the question is how much number should increase and what is the allocation among all the states. So this is the query from the opposition party, whether they have doubt and they have fear. In case the number of strength increase from the BJP government side, then it is difficult to defeat in future. So there is there is no clarity among them, and because of that reason it is getting delayed. And the major issue is delimitations, what I explained. Now because we are having the population like 145 crores or something like that, but we need to increase the leaders, we need to increase the member of the parliament, especially Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So now the allocation is not decided until or unless the number of the member increase in the Lok Sabha. The government doesn't want to pass this act. Second, I would say need special majority. As you know, to pass a bill or a law in the parliament, we need 2/3 of the majority. That means total strength is 543. We need at least 2/3 of the 543. But in the current scenario, the votes in favor were only 298, but the vote against were only 230, and the remains were abstain from the vote. That means the majority, it was not meeting the criteria. That's the reason it did not pass. Third is your political disagreement. That means the opposition party, they supported that bill, but they did not or they opposed to the delimitation which is linked to that bill. That's the reason it did not pass. Then the last but not least, I would say the existing law, which is 2023, the law was, or the bill was passed, but it was not implemented yet. So since the existing act is still there, why do we need to amend, and why there is a reason for increasing the the member of the parliament? So because of that reason, that opposition party did not approve it and it got rejected. So now coming to the last but not least piece of the explanation, that is called your current status. The current status is since this bill got rejected and did not pass, so because of the two reasons. First is the census, that it should be aligned with the current census, should be maybe recent population of India. Second, the delimitation, what I explained right now. So once the two things will be taken care, then it will be implemented. Most probably we can expect maybe it will be implemented in the next election 2029. So this is the current status, and I would say this is a small, or I would say a piece of information about this bill. So you can Google it and also refer the news channel for brief insight about it. So thank you for listening.